What's up, everybody? It's Ryan back here again, giving you a short little update on what's going on and where the channel's at and where I'm at and where all my stuff is. So I've moved. As you can tell, this looks a little different than the old house. But anyways, I've moved down towards our local lake and stuff and living out here. And it's been really nice to be out here living on my own. I really enjoy it. It's quite nice and quiet, you know. Not really much has been going on. I've just been kind of working on the cars, keeping them maintained, I guess you'd say, and trying to get them drivable, which I mean most of them were. But yeah, I just hadn't been posting a lot, been really busy. Our race season, we race dirt bikes and stuff. That's been going on, so it's kind of been keeping me a little tied up. But car stuff will continue. We did go to Riverside. I didn't film a whole lot of it. It was hectic. We ended up blowing a tire in the van and almost the other one. I'll insert some pictures in here. That was a great fun time. What's the situation, bub? Less than optimal is what the situation is. We got that flat tire mod on the way to Riverside. And my spare won't fit over the big brake kit, so you know, I'm gonna try to make the most of this. Hopefully we see you guys at the show. He's taking us to. Good morning. I mean, I know it looks like night out here, but it is indeed the morning. We are at Riverside down here in Chattanooga, and I don't know if you can tell, but that's not my wheel. Well, kind of is. Those are the old wheels, man. Yesterday was Thursday. We were on our way down here to kind of get here early for Riverside here in Chattanooga, and I blew a tire like 8 minutes from the hotel. No wheel key. Spare wouldn't fit over the big brake kit. Even if we did have wheel key, it's just been a mess. Thank you, Will, for having a spare, having my old G35 wheels.
Right now. Yeah, that's Be careful, because there's a Walmart and a gas station right by. It might be tweakers pull up.
Thank you, Will. Because without that, I'd still be stuck on the side of the road. And yeah, we're gonna take these off. I've got a car that I'm borrowing. Thank you. And we're gonna go change some tires this morning. So, catch up with you then. I do have some stuff I want to show you and kind of explain and kind of go through the motions of things and what to kind of expect and what's gonna happen. I don't know. As you can kind of tell, I don't have a garage anymore. As you can tell by the cars parked very much everywhere, I don't have a garage. So the good thing about me not having a garage means I really want another garage, so I'm probably gonna build one soon. In the meantime, I don't know, do we get a jack out here and work on the cars outside? No, probably not. Probably not the smartest move. So I guess, I don't know, home improvement channel. So today we're gonna be going doing some light work while I kind of explain everything and go through the little story time and show you all the vehicles and all that stuff. So as you can see, we made it to the shop. We did drive the van down here. It's just been doing van stuff. I mean, honestly, it's just been a good vehicle. Haven't really had any issues out of it. We put the coilovers on it. I did short and spindles up front. all the arms, bushings, etc. I did install a big brake kit before Gatlinburg last year, before we went to Slammed Enough, and it really helps slow this thing down whenever there's a bunch of people or a bunch of merch or wheels or whatever I use it for. It helps slow it down because this thing did not like to stop at the factory brakes. But that's what brings us here today, the brakes and tires. So we went to Chattanooga, blew a tire, wasn't very fun, didn't have a spare, didn't have a lug key, had a jack, but it was a scissor jack, like factory style one. Always bring your stuff, don't be unprepared, don't be like me. But yeah, these tires that I threw on here, and I don't know, it was just kind of like what I had laying around. They don't really fit true to size. They rub everything. It's grabbed my fender a couple times, unfortunately, but we'll iron that stuff out. So we're going to change these bad boys out for something that hopefully fits a little bit better and doesn't rub near as much and is true to size. So these two tires here, this is a Forcium 215 3519, and this is a Mile King. Never ran a Mile King. Big fan of Achilles, but you unfortunately can't get them in this size anymore. The only thing like super name brand that you can buy is a Nitto Neogen, and I ain't got that kind of change. And I rolled upon these tires. Someone had bought the wrong size for the shop. I offered more cash since he wasn't going to be able to use them. And I got two of them. So we're going to try these Mile Kings out and see if they're any better, I guess, any more true to size than these are.
I've got a feeling love don't have to be the way you plan it.
Well, gotta be that way with me. But I've only loved one man. I've got a hunch I'm never gonna feel no other kind of love.
Here we've got the Forcium right here and the Mile King on this side. At first glance they don't look a whole lot different. The sidewall on this one, in my opinion, looks a little bit taller, and that's the issue that I was having. It was getting all up in the fender while I was turning. This is more comparable size wise to the Achilles that I used to run, but like I said, you can't get those anymore. If you look at it from the top view here, you can see, we'll just let them go by real quick. It's very busy out here. Like I was saying, if you look down on them from the top here, let me roll this sticker out of the way, you can see a big difference in contact patch here. This tire has a lot more surface area than this one does. This one's a lot narrower at the top of the tread. But with that, I think this tire is actually a slight bit taller. So it gets into the fender a lot more. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how these fit. Just by looking at them on the wheel, we'll know really what the difference is going to be once I put them on the van and try to turn this thing. my center cap. There we go. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that looks a whole lot better. The tire size looks more similar, front to rear. They don't look crazy stretched. Matches what I've got going on in the rear pretty good. And it looks like it gave me some clearance. So, overall, I think that's a win. We'll really know when we get behind the wheel and go drive it. So this will be the real test, is if we can back out of here and make a good solid turn to full lock. Car is so good. That's a lot better than it was before. Those other tires where they had an aggressive tread pattern, they were just digging into the fender. So even pulling in and out of places, it was really bad on the fender itself. But it seems pretty good. And you know how I said, always be prepared? Make sure you have these 3 things with you if you're gonna go on a long road trip, or even a short one, because let's be honest, no one wants to be stuck on the side of the road. Make sure you got your wheel key for your lug nuts and something to take them off with. Make sure that you've got a tire that will hold air on a wheel that will clear your brake setup. I just got a 19-inch Honda Accord wheel and one of those old tires we just took off. And then finally, a jack. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of headache in the future. The ye old sedan. Old Faithful. Old Faithful needs a little bit of work. It does run and drive since we multi-point swapped it. But I've been having some issues out of, I don't know, wiring, maybe? Question mark? It's burnt up like a lot of ECUs. You can't really tell, but that's like number 6. Just kidding. It's not number 6, but I don't know. I don't know if I've just been getting a bad luck of the draw on ECUs, and they are all like 30 years old at this point. But the one I've got in here right now is a P75. It's out of a Integra non-VTEC, which completely different engine. But as you can tell, no check engine light. It does run. I'm just worried to put another ECU in it because I have burnt up 2 ECUs so far. I mean, like I said, I'm really hoping that the ECU thing was a fluke because I really miss driving this car. It's got a cool system in it. It looks cool. I have contemplated redoing the wrap. I do love the OG Spicy Boys Marlboro livery, but it's getting a little rough in some spots. It's starting to shrink up and stuff, so it may be time to redo it. It may be time to patch some parts and pieces on it. But I don't know, I really don't have a direction for it at the moment. But it does run with no check engine light, so that's freaking sweet. And I may or may not have a turbo kit for it, so if I do get it to run good, we may slap that on there and have a little Turbo Civic on the channel. Alright, so for my last and final update that I have for today's video, the truck. This is our K-truck that I've been working on some suspension stuff and getting it back running and doing all kinds of fun stuff like that. As you can tell, it's in progress mode right now. I do have some videos that I plan on getting out soon. Still working on editing those and finishing up some fine details so nothing's left out and you can kind of understand the full concept for it. So for now, I'll kind of give you a walk around on what is done and what I'm working on. So front suspension, pretty well done. Bump steer kit, lower control arms, coilovers. The rear, as you'll see in upcoming videos, it's got a 4-link kit. Don't mind these wires, that's getting fixed. So all the 4-link stuff was done in-house by myself and Trait Fabrication. I can't thank him enough for helping me on this project because it's quite literally one of my favorite vehicles to drive, and it makes it so much more enjoyable to have a suspension that you can rely on and you can have some fun in, and it doesn't do a bunch of stupid stuff. So leaf springs, bad. Coilover conversion with a 4-link, good. If you want to see that video, just keep watching for it here shortly. I'm going to try to piece it all together and get it out to you guys. It runs pretty good now. It is carbureted, so you do have to give it the pump.